In a previous episode, we took you through what life was like in Mount Carmel during the 51-day standoff. Now, after those 51 days of negotiation, psychological warfare, and rising tension, the standoff at Mount Carmel was about to end. The decision had been made at the highest level of the Justice Department. This would not be another day of waiting. This would be the end. I'm Rick Welch, and this is Prophet of Fire. It's Monday, April 19th, 1993, 6 a.m. FBI tactical teams make their move. 2 Armored Combat Engineering Vehicles, or CEVs, begin rolling toward the compound. Inside one, an agent holds a bullhorn and makes the announcement.
David, we are in the process of putting tear gas into the building. This is not an assault. We are not entering the building.
Inside the compound, chaos erupts. Children cry. Some adults prepare gas masks, homemade in many cases. The tear gas is CS, a powerful irritant. Its effects: choking, burning eyes, disorientation. 6:07 a.m. The first canisters are delivered into the building via the CEV's mechanical arm. Survivor Sheila Martin remembers, quote, "It was like smoke, but thicker. You couldn't breathe. Some of the babies were screaming," end quote. Koresh is nowhere to be seen. His lieutenant, Steve Schneider, takes command of communication with negotiators. The FBI continues to broadcast messages via loudspeaker.
This is not an assault. We are inserting gas. Do not fire. If you come out now, you will not be harmed.
6:30 a.m. The gas injection expands. CEVs create breaches in the building's rear and sides to funnel in more gas. The sound of walls being crushed echoes across the prairie. Survivor David Thibodeau remembers, quote, "They were punching holes in the walls. The wind would blow the gas deeper into the rooms. People were praying, crying. Some were still convinced God would intervene," end quote. 6:45 a.m. A single shot is heard from inside the compound. The FBI believes it is a warning, not a direct threat. No agents return fire. 6:52 a.m. A group of Davidians attempt to escape through a side door. They're forced back in by the thick cloud of tear gas. No one surrenders. By now, nearly 30 canisters have been inserted into Mount Carmel. The building itself is weakening. Its walls sag. Window panes shatter. But no return fire has come from inside. From a transcript in an FBI log, we read, quote, "No shots fired by subjects. Still no sign of surrender. Continuing gas delivery," end quote. The stage is set. By the end of this day, 76 Branch Davidians, men, women, and children will be dead. The world will be watching in horror. But for now, it is only beginning. 7 a.m. The sun rises fully over central Texas. A clear, dry morning. The kind of day that normally promised peace. But this morning, the FBI prepares for escalation. 2 more CEVs move into position. 4 canisters are loaded. The command center authorizes the phased gas plant. The goal is to increase discomfort, not provoke a firefight. Inside Mount Carmel, the atmosphere is suffocating. Tear gas hangs in thick clouds. Makeshift gas masks, cut-up milk jugs, wet cloth, even plastic bags fail to protect the children. Survivor David Thibodeau recalls, quote, "You couldn't see 10 feet. People were vomiting. We tried to stay in the central chapel, thinking it was safest. David was in his room, writing the seals," end quote. 7:30 a.m. Negotiators call again. No answer. All contact has been lost with the interior since just after 6 a.m. No one has picked up a phone in over an hour. FBI agents grow concerned. What is Koresh planning? 7:55 a.m. Another message is broadcast. From the FBI loudspeaker, the Branch Davidians hear, "You are being gassed. This is not an assault. Exit now, and you will not be harmed." But again, nothing. 8 a.m. A group of agents begins planning a direct breach if no one exits soon. However, the order remains: no lethal force unless fired upon. Inside the compound, a different narrative unfolds. Koresh tells his followers the gas is a final test from God. Some still believe rescue is coming. Others are losing hope. Survivor Sheila Martin recalls, quote, "Some of the mothers were shaking, holding babies, but David kept saying, 'Stand firm, the Lord is in control,' end quote." 8:15 a.m. FBI logs note a noticeable shift in CEV tactics. One vehicle pushes deeper into the compound's north wing, creating a massive hole in the outer wall. Gas canisters are now being tossed manually inside open breaches. The FBI log states, quote, Severe structural damage. Entry routes expanding. No gunfire return." End quote. 8:30 a.m. Negotiators again attempt to call. Still no answer. The hostage rescue team reports no movement through thermal imagery. Survivor David Thibodeau remembers, quote, "We were huddled. Everyone was coughing. Some were praying. Some just stared. I don't think anyone knew what to do anymore." End quote. 8:45 a.m. The FBI deploys more gas into the central chapel. By now, over 50 gas canisters have been used. No Davidians have exited. 8:58 a.m. A man emerges from the rubble. He raises his hands. His name is Rinos Avram, a Canadian follower of Koresh. He is immediately detained, decontaminated, and questioned. FBI agents hope it's the beginning of a mass exodus. It's not. 9 a.m. Negotiators make one final call. Still silence. The FBI ramps up gas deployment, unaware that, in less than 3 hours, the compound will be engulfed in flames. The FBI shifts strategy. More aggressive tactics are authorized. CEVs punch wider holes through the compound walls on the north, south, and rear wings. These aren't surgical breaches. These are gaping voids. By now, over 60 canisters of tear gas have been deployed. Flashbangs are added to the mix. Still, no one comes out. Inside, people are beginning to suffocate. The gas has settled in every room. Eyes burn. Lungs fail. Children lie limp in their mother's arms. Survivor Sheila Martin remembers, quote, "Some of the women started singing hymns. There wasn't anything else we could do. We thought we were going to die." End quote. 9:30 a.m. Survivor David Thibodeau later described seeing David Koresh in his room, quiet, withdrawn. Koresh reportedly told Steve Snyder, quote, "I'm waiting for God to tell me what to do." End quote. 10 a.m. Another CEV breaches the front of the chapel. More gas floods in. Negotiators make one last appeal through loudspeakers.
David, this is your last chance. Lead your people out now.
Still, silence. 11:30 a.m. Thermal imaging picks up sudden movement. Then, in less than 30 seconds, 3 separate fires erupt inside the compound simultaneously. One in the dining area, one in the second-floor hallway, one in the front right corner. The wind kicks up. Flames spread instantly through the dry wooden structure. The FBI sees it on their monitors and radios frantically to fire units staged nearby. From the FBI radio transcript, we read, quote, "We have a fire. It's everywhere." End quote. 11:45 a.m. The roof caves in. Television networks across the world begin broadcasting live images of the compound engulfed in fire. Millions watch as black smoke coils skyward from what had, just weeks earlier, been a religious sanctuary. The temperature inside reaches over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Ammunition stored in the compound begins to cook off, popping in the heat. Many Davidians are trapped. Others choose not to leave. Survivor David Thibodeau remembers, quote, "I made it out a back window. The smoke was so thick I couldn't see. I thought everyone else was behind me. They weren't." End quote. Only 9 people escaped the fire. Inside, 76 Branch Davidians perish, including 25 children and 2 pregnant women. Among the dead, David Koresh and Steve Snyder. Autopsies later reveal that many died from smoke inhalation, others by gunshot. Some speculate that Snyder shot Koresh, then himself. Others believe Koresh took his own life. We'll never know for certain. In under an hour, Mount Carmel is reduced to ashes. What began as a raid to serve a warrant ends in the deadliest government confrontation with U.S. citizens on American soil since the Civil War. In our next episode, we enter the aftermath, the congressional hearings, the cover-up claims, the conspiracy theories, and the explosive legacy of Waco, from Oklahoma City to January 6th. What happened in Waco didn't end with the fire. It was just getting started. I'm Rick Welch, and this is Prophet of Fire.